Hello, JMU Nation. Dave Thomas, the radio voice for JMU football and men's basketball, back with you once again with a little bit of a surprise guest this week. Now, we talked with Josh Wells earlier in the week from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but he's not the only member of JMU Nation and the JMU alum that are on the offensive line for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Welcome in this afternoon, Aaron Stinnie. Aaron, how you doing, man?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing fantastic. First of all, congratulations moving on to the divisional round. That's a big deal.
It definitely is. Thank you for that. It's huge. It's been a long time since this team was able to get into the playoffs. We just try and keep it rolling, to be able to get in, win that wild card round. So, we got to keep things pushing and keep improving each and every week.
Was that something you guys talked about, recognized that it had been a while since Tampa Bay had made the playoffs? So as you drew to the last few weeks of the regular season, was that a topic of conversation with you guys?
Yeah, I think it's definitely something that, everybody just knew it. It wasn't something that wasn't apparent. Like everybody knew in the locker room. It wasn't even really something that had to be said. It's just kind of a mindset thing that everybody's like, hey, it's been a while since this team has done that. We need to go ahead and make that happen, So we wanted to just continue to, play our best ball as the season was getting later. So we wanted to do that and continue to move on.
And a special congratulations to you, your first start coming in the playoffs in the divisional round. Has this week been any different for you? Have you prepared any differently than you have all year long?
It's been a little different just in the sense of, hey, you're going to be starting this week rather than, hey, you're going to be a backup this week. As far as the whole preparation piece, every week in and week out, being a backup, you want to attack that week as though, you are going to be that starter this week because you want to be completely prepared physically and mentally to be able to step in if you need to step in. I like my routine that I've gotten down over the years. And that's pretty much the same routine that, I stuck to this week. I feel like if you try to overdo it and add too much emphasis and stress and pressure to yourself, it's going to make you go crazy. It's I'm trying to view it as, any other week, but, I know I have to, this is the week that it's like, okay, that mode that, I was having on the back burner that I was going to have to bring out if I had to go in, just put that up front and be able to go ahead and attack the week for that.
Now, you've been playing behind some really good guys, but I've known you for a long time. You were always a guy, even during practice, you were taking mental reps. You were jotting down mental notes to yourself. Walk us through what it's like when you're watching a game or you're watching a practice, knowing that you're just one snap away from being the guy on the field.
Yeah, when you're in that backup role, a lot of times that's the majority of reps that you're getting for our actual looks, the mental reps. Like you'll get some here and there, but that's what the starters have to get because they're the ones that's going to be out there playing. So taking those mental reps are huge. I'm always watching to see what's happening. During games, I'm going to the guys and asking, hey, what's this guy giving you? Hey, what's that guy giving you? Like, what's he doing here? What's he doing on there? And then in practices, talking to the older guys, because the guys in front of me, they're great guys. They've played a lot of ball, they've got a lot of experience. So to be able to talk to those guys and, pick their brain to figure out, little different techniques and little tricks of the trade that they have, things that they see to be able to pick up on stuff, to be able to pick their brain on that's huge, because that helps you out a lot. And I think being able to take all those mental reps and talking to those guys and figuring out all the pieces that they have and trying to incorporate them into myself and my game, that definitely has helped me from a mental standpoint to get me prepared and ready.
I've heard some of your coaches come out this week and say, we believe in Aaron. We have faith in Aaron. He's ready to go. To hear that from your coaches in a divisional playoff game, how does that help you? How does that help motivate you going into this first start?
That's huge. To see that they had that hope and faith in me, that's huge. That also tells me that, I've been able to do my job and show them that, if something were to happen, yes, I'll be able to stand up. This is a big game, but, like all games are big games. And, the main thing I want to do is be able to go out and help my team. it's a moment that, they need me to be able to stand up and put my hand in the pot and help us, help us as a unit. And that's what I want to do. And that's my plan.
You talked about being able to pick your teammates' brains. What's it been like this week having them? Have they come and lifted you up? And what are they telling you? Even maybe guys who don't play offensive line, but remember their first start, what it was like. What are you getting from your teammates in this divisional matchup?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of guys, they're trying to let me know, don't get all nervous, don't get too antsy here and there, like I'm able to play. If you wouldn't be here if you weren't able to play. That's what guys are telling me. Like, they've seen what I can do in practice. They've seen what can do in snaps that I've gone in. They just letting me know to go out and play my game. I talk to Wells a lot. He was letting me know, just don't try to overdo things. Go out, have fun and play ball. And that's what everybody's telling me. Just go play ball. That's all you do.
There's a lot to focus on here this week. Obviously, as you said, every game's a big game. Are you taking that time away mentally, though, to focus on other things? You told us the last time we talked you love to play games, maybe even with some of your former JMU teammates. Mm-hmm. Are you taking that time just mentally to get away from the playbook?
Yeah, I mean, when you come home, you're at the facility all day. You're focusing on the game plan, focusing on this, focusing on that, and that's where your mind needs to be. You need to be focused on that. And then when I do leave and I come home, I do have to get away for a bit because I feel like that's the best way you need to. If you don't take a little step away here and there, you're gonna drain yourself mentally. So I take my little step away, go into my little zone, do whatever I need to do to get away. Later at night, I come back, pull out my iPad, check out some film, watch some film, get my notes, jot it down, what I need to get down, see different looks that I need to see, and then, step away from it for the night after that.
Now, obviously, playing at the NFL level is the biggest stage. But as a collegiate athlete, you've been in big games. You've played on big stages. You've been in a national championship game. You were a part of a team that went to the Fargo Dome and won when no one said that it could be done. So that being said, what do you carry with you from your JMU playing days that helps you not just this week, but every single day you go out there playing with NFL players?
I carry kind of like what I was saying earlier, don't make the stage too big. Go out there and be ready to play and have fun. That's one of the biggest things I learned when I was at JMU, that I play my best when I'm relaxed and I'm having fun. And that's something that I had to carry with me into the NFL because, when you first get into the league, you're really razzled. You're trying to do this, you're trying to do that, you're trying to figure out this, you're trying to figure out that. And it took me a while to figure out and realize, just calm down. It's still football. Go have fun, do your assignment, do your job, and play ball.
Last question for you, Aaron. I know when we talked the last time, and then I think back to a few years ago when you were still here at JMU and you and I had a radio conversation where you were telling us you were sort of a late bloomer to football. People look at you and your size and what you're able to do in the football field, and that surprises people a little bit. But you were a late bloomer to football and you had to work your way, I think 5% scholarship when you first came to JMU. Now look at you starting an NFL playoff game. But do you still carry a little chip on your shoulder from that guy who had to work really, really hard to garner attention, even though he had the size and the talent? People just didn't have the belief in him yet.
Yeah, most definitely. My entire life, nothing's ever been given to me. I've always had to go out and prove people wrong. Prove people wrong, defy my odds, and show people what I can do. I've always had the utmost confidence in myself, and I have an amazing support system within my family and people that I've met throughout life, coaches and friends, that help to lead me along that journey. But that's definitely something that I always keep on my shoulder. I was always an underdog growing up, and even though I'm in a place right now, in the NFL, I still have different goals and strides that I want to make, and I'm still striving to make those happen. That piece of me will never go away. That's kind of why I got the 5% tatted on myself. It's a reminder every single day, where I was and where I've come. It helps me out every single day, and it's my drive.
It's a true testimony to the hard work, the dedication, the sacrifice that you made. And you're right about one thing. You do have a terrific support system in your family. I know I'll be hearing your mom cheer all the way here. I look forward to seeing her social media posts. She's so much fun to still continue to support JMU. Aaron, we're so proud of you. And not only do you have a support system in your family, but JMU Nation is behind you as well. Best of luck this weekend. Go bring home a victory.
Thank you.